Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As many of you know, my son Jace turned 1. I've mentioned this 1,000 times in the past 10 videos, so I'm sorry, I'll stop now. But that being said, I have officially been a mama for 1 full year, and I gotta say, looking back, I definitely have some regrets. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nicole. I make videos sharing my faith, family, and lifestyle. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my content and hit the notification bell so that you're always notified when I put out a new video. So like I said, this video is all about talking through my first year of motherhood and my regrets, things I wish I did differently. It's not about like sulking and being depressed and living in regret, guys. Please don't think that's what this is. It's about what did I learn that maybe other mothers can learn from me, etc. I actually asked you guys over on Instagram to share your thoughts on this, and I had so many comments from moms sharing their hearts about this, and I know it was helpful for new moms to read and also just helpful for moms in general to relate to each other and be like, oh, I have some regrets, you have some regrets, we're all imperfect, we're all learning, and that is perfectly fine. Because we all have mishaps and learning experiences, especially in your first year of parenthood or motherhood. So that's what this video is all about. That being said, let's continue the conversation in the comments on this video and let me know what are some things that you regret. Remember, my hindsight is your foresight. So as a new mom, you can read through. You don't have to take everything in. We have to use discretion, what works for you and your family. So without further ado, here are 10 things that I regret in my first year of motherhood. Wow, that was very animated. Number 1, I'm gonna take us all the way back to when Jace was literally born. I went into the pregnancy and delivery thinking that I'm gonna try to have a natural birth, but I'm not opposed to taking the epidural and, you know, being medicated. That being said, now I realize that if I actually genuinely wanted to try to have a natural birth, there was a lot more research and preparation that I should have done for that. And so I don't really think that I tried to my full potential to actually have a natural birth. If you haven't seen my birth vlog, I will link it right up here, but I did end up taking an epidural. I am totally happy with how everything turned out. Obviously, Jace was healthy and safe. I was good. Everything went very smoothly. I definitely think there's some pros to having an epidural. Overall, I had a positive experience with it. However, I think I'm going to do more research going into my next pregnancy because I potentially do want to like maybe have a doula and know more about positions and breathing and different things I can do to try to prepare for a natural birth. And by the way, there's no judgment from me on whatever kind of birth anyone decides to have. I sort of just want to experience the other end of it since I already experienced a medicated birth. But it's kind of like running a marathon. Before you run a marathon, you have to train your body and prepare. And if you don't train and prepare for the natural birth, then when the time comes, you're probably not gonna be able to give a natural birth. So that's kind of the way I look at it. Number 2, I kind of wish I didn't listen to everyone. You're like bombarded with so many different voices from so many different moms when you have a baby. And a lot of people just mean the best, so it's not coming from a bad place. But sometimes we're trying to listen to every single voice at once and do everything everybody's saying, when I think that we have natural instincts and know what's best for our baby and for a family. And so I do wish that I kind of drowned out a few voices because I know what's best for my family. And so I do wish that I shut off the voices and build the soundproof wall, put on the headphones, all of it. Number 3, I wish that I did not allow visitors at our house for probably a good like month, aside from immediate family, of course. But for some strange reason, I felt like I needed to allow every friend that knew us to come visit. It's weird because no one even put that pressure on me. Like my friends were not bothering me to do that. I just, for some reason, felt like I need to schedule everyone to come meet Jace. And looking back, it actually just caused me more anxiety, and I wish I didn't do that. I wish I was just like, sorry guys, nope, we're gonna just chill for a month here. You can meet him later, no big deal. That's a big one that I know a lot of people regret, where they just feel bad like telling people, no, I'm sorry, we need a little bit of space. But I don't think anyone should feel bad about that. Number 4, I wish that I took more naps while Jace was sleeping. That was advice that I heard a lot, like sleep while the baby sleeps. I don't know why I wanted to do it, but I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't shut off my brain and just take a nap while he was napping. I was just probably overstimulated so much and just like so aware of him and hearing him cry and everything that I had a hard time resting. But man, now it's like, I wish I could nap every time he naps, but I can't do that anymore. So I think that with the next baby, I will definitely be taking advantage of nap times and napping way more than I did before. Number 5, I have a whole video about this. When I switched Jace to formula and I stopped breastfeeding, and it's a long story, so I will link that video up here. But ultimately, I wish that I did breastfeed a little bit longer than I did. I think that I could have extended it out. I think I could have tried to increase my milk supply and just go a little bit longer with breastfeeding. And so I do regret cutting that short. But yeah, if you want to know more about that, you can check out my other video. Number 6, I wish I was better at accepting help from people who offered, like right away. I think it took me a while, like a good month and a half, to finally be like, yes, come over, help me clean, help me cook, just do everything, come over every single day if you want to. In the very beginning, it was almost like I was nervous to have family here all the time helping me, and thought that I would want my space and that it would be too overwhelming for me. But looking back, I should have done that sooner. Like my mother-in-law, I should have let them over here every single day, taking care of whatever they wanted to, but I kind of wanted to like do it all and thought that I was superwoman when I just like pushed the baby out of me. Quick interruption, if you are enjoying this video right now, you're getting something good out of it, head over to the thumbs up and hit the like button right now. It really, really helps and I appreciate it. Number 7, I wish that I started off with baby-led weaning instead of purees. And baby-led weaning is kind of up and coming, it's getting more and more popular, but basically it cuts out purees and you just go straight into solid food. And so it's more of an independent approach to eating. It allows the baby to explore the food, explore different textures instead of everything being pureed. I didn't even know what baby-led weaning was until after like a month of me feeding Jace purees. Kind of the premise behind it too is to decrease the chance of your child being a picky eater or selective eater, whatever you want to call it. So Jace is a selective eater now, and I don't know if it's because I didn't start with baby-led weaning. I kind of think it is. So I'm regretting that one, and I wish I just went straight into baby-led weaning. I have a few good friends who did that right away, and oh my gosh, their kids are amazing eaters. So next kid, I'm going straight to baby-led weaning. Number 8 is another mealtime thing, and I think that I caused way too much pressure during mealtime on Jace and on myself. So whether it was purees or once we did start baby-led weaning, I wanted it to be like perfect. Like I just wanted Jace to eat all of his food every single time. I wanted to avoid a picky eater so badly that I was like literally sitting face to face with him in the high chair, just like feeding him. If he didn't want to finish, I was trying to get him to eat and just putting pressure on him. And now, after learning more about baby feeding, I realized that that was completely the wrong approach, and I've changed so many of my habits from that, but it just caused like more anxiety for me and more anxiety for Jace, and made, I think, eating like less of a pleasurable experience for him. Like it's just supposed to be fun, it's just supposed to be experimental, but there was like a good couple of months where I wasn't treating it fun. I was just like a sergeant. Yeah, it just wasn't good, and I wish that I approached that differently. There's also a really good account that you guys can follow that I'll show you right here on Instagram that taught me a ton about that as well. Now, piggybacking right off of that is number 9, which is the same idea. It was causing pressure during teeth brushing. Now, this was a new, more recent thing that I started with Jace, actually using toothbrushes. I talked about it more in my last vlog. But when I first started, I was like, we need to brush your teeth. We need to get every single one. I was like prying his mouth open, trying to get in there. And then quickly learned through another Instagram account that that is the wrong approach, way too much pressure. It's just supposed to be fun. We also took him for his first dentist visit, and the dentist said the same thing, so that when he's a little bit older, he associates brushing his teeth with positive feelings and fun, not like crazy Sergeant Mom Nicole. So that was something I needed to back off from, and we've completely changed that. Brushing teeth is now a fun time, and I'm trying to undo what I did. And last but not least, nap times. I wish I somehow created a more flexible routine, although I don't even know what that would look like. So here's my regret. Basically, I'm very much into schedules, you guys know that, and have stuck to a nap schedule like almost Jace's entire life. That being said, it's very routine oriented. He always naps in his crib, in his room with the sound machine on, the dark room with the curtains. So he's very, very used to that, which worked well this year because like we were quarantined most of the year, so I was just at home. But now when I take him out, you know, every so often, like grandma's house or his cousin's house, and he has to take a nap in the middle of the day, he can't just like nap anywhere, like in the stroller or even the playpen. Because of the schedule, he isn't quite as flexible in that area. So that's been rough a few times on days where we've been like out and about and wanted him to nap and he wouldn't nap. And then you know what no naps leads to? Meltdowns. So I don't even know what the solution to that would be, because it's like I want to strike a balance between having routine but also helping him be flexible enough to nap on my mom's bed if we go to her house. But it's like, how do you even do that? I don't know. So if you happen to know or have any good tips, leave them in the comments. And I'm gonna try that out for my next baby, I guess, and see if I can get the next one to be a little more flexible, but we'll see. I don't know. I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? Anyways, those are my 10 regrets of my first year of motherhood. I'm sure there's way more I can think of if I sit and keep stewing in this, but I don't want to. I want to look back, think about what I learned, and then move on and do better for the next baby. So and make sure to leave a comment below letting me know what your regrets are. Subscribe if you like my content. Follow me over on Instagram at Nicole Lela Green to see my daily life. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.